what you need grace from, huh? Better wake up and raise those blinds, squinting at the sunshine. Pull the wool from your eyes, cause we running out of time. We dropping like flies, Mike Brown, every night. We in the last days, they trying to take us down. We the children of the book, precept upon precept, line upon line. They got us colorblind, colorblind, colorblind. We in the last days, we running out of time. We the children of the book, precept upon precept, line upon line. Open your eyes, they got us colorblind, colorblind, colorblind.
All right, let's stand. We'll get started. Thank you for gathering in Jordan. We're going to start today with the men's program, brotherhood program. Here, the gathering here in Jordan. We're led by Brother Marshawn and the Most High's prayer. Our Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed
be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
on earth
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Our daily bread.
Forgive us of our debt.
And forgive us our debt.
As we forgive our debtors.
And we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not
Into temptation.
But deliver us
For the evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory. Forever. Amen. Kwam Yasharella.
Kwam Yasharella.
Kwam Yasharella.
Kwam Yasharella.
Kwam Yasharella.
Kwam Yasharella.
Rise Israel. You may be seated. Thank you. What's today? 27? 28. Thank the Most High today for the men's program. Today, here in Jordan, gathering in Jordan today, brotherhood program. I don't know if any live viewers are here yet, but we're here. We thank the Most High for being here today. And I think that we have a very interesting subject today to talk about. Anyway, we want to thank the Most High for being here today. We're going to talk about the qualifications of being an elder. Derek, are you recording, brother? Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to talk about the qualifications of being an elder. We're going to talk about that because we hear that term used very loosely, and we want everybody to understand the significance of that and the importance of the word of elder, and also what it means and what the qualifications are and examples in the Bible, because we got so many people that are calling themselves that who are not qualified to be that. And even though, as it may, want to understand that even if you call yourself that and you're not that, you still have to display certain characteristics as well. So we want to talk about that. The word elder means, in the Old Testament, it means the head of or advance in age, rulers of tribes, cities, and nations who had offices of leadership. That's what it means, office of leadership. These older people, seasoned people, veterans, in everything. So a lot of times in this day and age, people need to take these types of positions very serious. This is Elder Lashawan today with this subject of talking about being an elder. And to my left is Brother Marshawn, who is our wonderful brother, who's gracious enough and nice enough and kind enough to help us with the word of the Most High, and thank the Most High for him doing the scripture reading, the different programs, and thank the Most High for him and his diligence. We're going to go to the book of Numbers. Let's go to the book of Numbers, 11th chapter, Numbers 11. We're going to talk about an elder. Numbers 11th chapter. We're going to begin reading at verse number 14, and we'll go 11:14 through the Let's go 11 through the 14th verse.
Numbers chapter 11, verse 13.
I'm sorry. Yeah. You know what? Let's start in. Let's go to First Peter. Go to First Peter 5:1. I'm gonna come back to that numbers in a minute. Let's go to First Peter first before we get to numbers. First Peter chapter 5 verse number 1.
First Peter chapter 5, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The elders which are among you I exhort,
Uh-huh.
who am also an elder,
Uh-huh.
and a witness of the sufferings of Yeshua,
Uh-huh.
and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed.
Uh-huh. Keep reading.
Verse 2. Feed the flock of the Most High.
Hold right there. This is the first thing he said. He said, the elders which are among you, I exalt them. I praise them. I give them honor. He said, I am, basically, also an elder. Witness of the suffering of Yeshua, and also a partaker in the glory that shall be revealed. So whatever glory that we're going to get for the suffering, I'm a partaker in that. First thing he says in 1 Peter here is feed the flock. Feed the flock. Feed the flock. Go ahead and read, my brother.
Which is among you,
Uh-huh.
taking the oversight thereof,
Mm-hmm.
not by constraint,
Mm-hmm.
but willingly,
Mm-hmm.
not for filthy lucre,
Mm-hmm.
but of a ready mind.
Okay, hold right there. Feed the flock, first of all, which is among you. That means give them the word. Give them not your opinion, but give them the word. For the only thing that's going to set them free is the word. This is what an elder is supposed to do. Feed the flock. Let's go to John chapter 20. We're going to begin reading at verse 16. That's St. John 20.
John chapter 20, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeshua said unto her,
Mm-hmm.
Mary. She turned herself and said unto him, Rabbi,
Mm-hmm.
which is to say, Master.
Uh-huh.
Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Yeshua said unto her, Touch me not,
Uh-huh.
for I am not yet ascended unto my to my Father.
Mm-hmm.
But go to my brethren
Mm-hmm.
and say unto them,
Mm-hmm.
I ascend unto my Father
Mm-hmm.
and your Father,
Mm-hmm.
and to my power
Mm-hmm.
and your power.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to hold right there. So he's saying, turn yourself and say unto me, Rabboni, which is master. Touch me not. He told her to go to his disciples and to his brethren, and he said he's to sin not. So Mary went and told the disciples what? She told them what she had seen, that she had seen Yeshua. This is him coming out of the grave, okay? That's why he told her, don't touch me now. I have not ascended. But go and tell them what you see, okay? Why? Because he wanted them to know that he had risen, and for them eventually to go forth and what? Feed the flock. Feed the flock and tell them what they must do, okay? Let's go to Hebrews 13, chapter verse number 20. Hebrews 13 and 20. So I want you to feed the flock, my brothers. This is what you got to do. This is the commandments that he gave to the elder there. Feed the flock.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Most High of peace,
Mm-hmm.
that brought again from the dead our Lord Yeshua,
Mm-hmm.
that great shepherd of the sheep,
Mm-hmm.
through the blood of the everlasting covenant,
Mm-hmm.
make you perfect in every good work
Mhm.
to do his will,
Mm-hmm.
working in you that which is well pleasing in his sight,
Mm-hmm.
through Yeshua, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen.
Okay, hold on a minute right there. So here we have again, he's giving us what we should do as far as taking care of the flock, doing great work, working in you that which is well pleasing in his sight, in the sight of Yeshua. So he's telling them in the book of Hebrews to go forth and to feed the flock and to be like the good shepherd, feed the sheep, take care of the sheep. This is what he's saying here. This is exactly what he's saying. So we want to also, let's look at Acts the 20th chapter, verse number 28. We're talking about an elder. We're talking about them taking care of the children or the children of the Most High.
Acts chapter 20,
Uh-huh.
verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And there were many lights in the upper chamber.
No, 20 and 28.
Oh, 20 and 28.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Acts 20 and verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
Take heed therefore unto yourselves
Mm-hmm.
and to all the flock
Uh-huh.
over the which the Holy Spirit hath made you overseers,
Mm-hmm.
to feed the church of the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
which he hath purchased with his own blood.
Mm-hmm. See, so he's saying, let's go to verse 29.
For I know this,
Mm-hmm.
that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you,
Mm-hmm.
not sparing the flock.
Hold right there. So you see right here, Paul is telling them what to do. He said, for I want you to take heed unto yourself and to all the flock, which the Holy Ghost has made you overseers, to feed the what? The church of the Most High. He said, which he had purchased with his with Yeshua's blood. Okay? And he said, for I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. You see? And so he's warning them. And the same thing with the church today. You've got grievous wolves that are going to come in amongst the flock and not going to spare the flock. So we have to be careful of these so-called elders and people who say that they are preachers and ministers, and they need to display certain characteristics. And their job is to feed the flock, not fleece the flock, feed the flock. And that's the difference. Let's go to St. John, the 21st chapter, verse 5 through 7. St. John 21, verse 5 through 7.
John chapter 21, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Then Yeshua said unto him, Children, have ye any meat?
Mm-hmm.
And they answered him, No.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto them, Cast the net on the right side
Mm-hmm.
of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and ye shall find.
Mm-hmm.
They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw it in for the multitude of fish.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore that disciple whom Yeshua loveth
Mm-hmm.
said unto Peter,
Mm-hmm.
It is the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
he girt his fisher's coat unto him,
Mm-hmm.
for he was naked,
Mm-hmm.
and did cast himself into the sea.
Mm-hmm. Hold on just a moment. Right there. Hold on just a moment. So we have here Peter, who is a fisherman, who's fishing for fish, but yet this same Peter, the Most High, Yeshua told him he's going to make him a what? A fisherman of men. So he's going to demonstration of the fish, but Peter, in the end, in the end, I'm going to not make you a fisherman of fish, but I'm also going to make you a fisherman of men. That's what he's saying. Then if you go down, skip down to verse 16.
And he said unto him again
Mm-hmm.
the second time,
Mm-hmm.
Simon,
Mm-hmm.
son of Jonas,
Mm-hmm.
lovest thou me?
Mm-hmm.
He said unto him,
Mm-hmm.
Yea, Lord,
Mm-hmm.
thou knowest that I love thee.
Mm-hmm.
He said unto him,
Mm-hmm.
Feed my sheep.
Mm-hmm. Go to verse 17.
He said unto him the third time,
Mm-hmm.
Simon,
Mm-hmm.
son of Jonas,
Mm-hmm.
lovest thou me?
Mm-hmm.
Peter was grieved because he had said unto him the third time,
Mm-hmm.
Lovest thou me?
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things.
Mm-hmm.
Thou knowest that I love thee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeshua said unto him, Feed my sheep.
Feed my sheep. Feed my sheep. This is what preachers are supposed to do. Feed the sheep. Take care of the sheep. Spiritually, naturally, any kind of way. But take care of the sheep. Elders. This is the qualification of an elder. Feed the flock. Take care of them. Just like it said in 1 Peter. Feed them. Don't beat them. Don't browse them. Don't tease them. Feed them. That's very important. Feed them the word. And any other way, naturally, spiritually, but feed them. Definitely feed them spiritually. You know that much. And naturally, too, people think that all you have to deal with the spiritual side, and yet when people are hungry or people are naked or people don't have stuff, the preacher's supposed to walk by them, pass by them, don't help them, and their financial crisis. That's not the way it should be. You should be there in good times, the bad times, the hard. It ain't just about somebody coming into church and putting money in the church. The church also supposed to help the poor and the widows and the orphans. It's supposed to do that. That's part of the ministry. Let's go back to 1 Peter, where we was. 1 Peter chapter 5. And we're going to begin and pick up where we left off. 1 Peter chapter chapter 5. We start at verse number 1. And I'm going to continue. Reread verse number 2 all over again for me, because I want to continue on that.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Feed the flock of the Most High,
Mhm.
which is among you,
Mm-hmm.
taking the oversight thereof,
Mm-hmm.
not by constraint,
Mm-hmm.
but willingly,
Mm-hmm.
not for filthy lucre,
Mhm.
but of a ready mind.
Mm-hmm. So let's hold right there again. Taking the oversight. Let's talk about that. The oversight. That means being over someone, being in charge of someone. You see, it's a privilege to be in charge of someone. It's not a given right. It's a privilege. And so certain things need to be displayed when you start dealing with oversight or taking oversight of the flock. You got to be responsible, not just about collecting money or being seen and want people to listen to you. There's a lot of responsibility to go along with oversight. And a lot of people want to be in this position, but don't want to handle the responsibility or having it be bothered in the middle of the night or the day or any time or whatever comes up. Okay? Let's go to Isaiah 56 and 11. Isaiah 56, verse number 11.
Isaiah 56,
Mhm.
verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, they are greedy dogs,
Uh-huh.
which can never have enough.
Uh-huh.
They are the shepherds that cannot understand.
Mm-hmm.
They all look to their own way,
Mm-hmm.
everyone for his gain,
Mm-hmm.
from his quarter.
Hold right there. They greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And you got them like that. You got them like that. They want to be in a position, but they're greedy. It ain't about the church. It ain't about the other members. It ain't about that second greatest commandment. Love thy neighbor as what? Thyself. Okay? As thyself. How do you treat yourself? That's how you're supposed to treat your brother. Okay? But these people are not. They're greedy dogs. They can never get enough. And they are the shepherds that cannot understand. They're not trying to understand. It's all about them. They all look at their own way, not the Most High's way, not according to the scriptures, not what the word says, not led by the Spirit of the Most High or by the Holy Spirit or Holy Spirit will walk. Everyone for his own gain. You see that? From his quarter, from his house, from wherever he stands. He's trying to do what? Get money so he has a nice place, this or that or the other. This is what these other so-called elders are doing. A lot of them are doing that. You see it every day in the church. Now we have a problem even in this place. We're getting people coming over and they're doing that. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. Okay? They're not concerned about the flock. Let's go to Jeremiah 6 and 13. Jeremiah 6 and 13. We need to talk about the qualification of an elder. The elder can't be selfish. He cannot be selfish. He cannot be looking out only for himself. He has to look out for the Most High's people. He has to.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
For from the least of them,
Mhm.
even unto the greatest of them,
Mhm.
everyone is given to covetousness.
Mm-hmm.
And from the prophet even to the priest,
Mm-hmm.
everyone dealeth falsely.
You see that? From the least of them, even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to what? Jealousy or coveting. They don't want you to have more than them. Oh, you can't get this before I get mine. Or you can't buy that before I get mine. Or why she got a fine car and I ain't got no fine car. This is not what an elder is supposed to be like. He's giving you examples in the book here of the things that they shouldn't be, but these are the way a lot of these so-called preachers are. From the prophets unto the priests, everyone dealeth falsely. So you have to, I don't care what name they got. If they're dealing falsely, guess what? They're not right. I don't care what they've done in the past. The race is not given to the strong nor to the swift, but he that endures until the end. There are going to be a lot of people who are going to start off well. And in the end, they're going to fall out the race. They ain't going to make it because their heart was turned for whatever reason. They went after their lust of the flesh. And the pride of life is going to get a lot of people. You have to be careful. This race is not You save today and you save always. No. That's another lie they're telling the Christian churches. You have to stay in the race. You have to finish the race. You have to do that. Let's go to John 13 and 35. St. John 13 and 35.
John chapter 13, verse 35. And by this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another.
Hold on. If ye have love one to another. What is love? Love is caring, sharing, being concerned about your brothers and your sisters. This is how you know that you're a disciple of the Most High. Disciple, following Yeshua. If you have love one to another, not just want somebody to love on you, you got to also love on somebody else. Disciples said, let brotherly love continue among us. We have to display that one to another. Love is not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. It's giving and receiving. Most people don't get that. It's not what I can do for someone else. It's always what they can do for me. That's not love. A higher gave us and didn't require anything of us other than to be what? Obedient and keep the commandments and the statutes and the Sabbath. Those are the things he told us to do. He said obedience is better than sacrifice. You can send all the burnt offering, you can do anything you want, you can give all the money you want, you can do this and other, but if you're disobedient, guess what? Not going to make it, because he wants you to be obedient to his word and his commandments. Why? Because they're truth. And when you do that, you are following and walking in the footsteps of righteousness and truth. And that's what he desires to see in us, in his children. Let's go to 1 Timothy 3 and 3. 1 Timothy 3 and 3. Office of an elder. Qualification of elder. So many people want to be in positions of leadership, but they're not leaders. They don't have the qualification. They don't go and look at the commitment and the things they need to do. They want all the respect, but they're not earning the respect. If you want respect, you got to live a certain way. You can't live any kind of way and expect for people to respect you. And then get mad when somebody talk about you. They can say, well, if you living raggedy, your life is raggedy, you just raggedy. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you're not doing it. Somebody gonna put you in heaven and you ain't deserving to be in heaven. No. You know right from wrong. Line up with the word. Read for me, brother.
1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 3. Not given to wine.
Not given to wine.
Nor striker.
Nor striker.
Nor greedy of filthy lucre.
Not greedy of money and all the riches and fortune and fame and other stuff to go along with that.
But patient.
But patient.
Not a brawler.
Not a brawler. You don't want to scrap and fight with nobody. You don't want to cut nobody. You don't want to beat them up. You ain't around here want to go into a fist fight. Keep reading, brother.
Not covetous.
Verse
4. One that ruleth his own, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity.
You can hold right there. One that rules his own house. That's a brother. Not a sister running the house. Having his children under subjection with all gravity. A lot of them say they're preachers, but they can't control their own children. Some of the worst children in the world have been in these churches. Children are all in trouble. Can't control them. No respect at all. But yet they want to be a preacher. You can't do that. You got to rule your house well. How can you rule the house of the Most High or say you're a minister when you can't even take care of your own house? You have no authority, no respect, no anything. Wife ain't under control, kids ain't under control. That's no good. That's not the qualification. How can you deal with the house of the Most High when you can't even take care of your own house? How can you deal with the spiritual house when you ain't dealing with the natural? You got to line up and make sure that all that lines up together. Got to do that. You got to do that. Let's go to Acts 2 and 13, please. The book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 13.
Acts chapter 2, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Others mocking said, "These men are full of new wine."
Mm-hmm. You can hold right there. People have to be very careful. Preachers can't go around getting sloppy drunk. Preachers can't go around and being out in the street doing any kind of thing with alcohol, overindulgence, things like that. They can't do that because then you bring shame among the ministry. People don't want to respect you, and they don't have to respect you because you bringing shame and stuff upon yourself. So there's no need of somebody getting drunk, full of new wine, and then getting mad when people talk about them and say things to them. No man should put himself in that position. None. Shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Let's go back to the book. I'm sorry. Let's go back to our 1 Peter. Let's go back to 1 Peter, 5th chapter. Let's go to verse number 3.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Neither as being lords over the Most High's heritage,
Mm-hmm.
but being ensamples to the flock.
Hold right there. Neither as being lords over the Most High's heritage, but being examples to the flock. Let's go to 1 Timothy 4 and 12.
First Timothy chapter 4, verse 12.
Mm-hmm. That's for Timothy. 1 Timothy 4 and 12. No, 1 Timothy 4 and 12. That's all right.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Let no man despise thy youth,
Mm-hmm.
but be thou an ensample of the believers,
Mm-hmm.
in word,
Mm-hmm.
in conversation,
Mm-hmm.
in charity,
Mm-hmm.
in spirit,
Mm-hmm.
in faith,
Mm-hmm.
in purity.
Hold right there. Let no man despise your youth, but be thou an example of the believers. In word, what you say, in your conversation, how you carry your conversation, and what you say in your conversation. In charity, how you show love one to the other. In the spirit, in faith, and in purity. These are the things he was given to Timothy. Given to the church that he was giving it to them, telling them how to carry themselves. Let no man, you don't despise your youth, but do these things and display this in your youth. This is what you should do. You want to be example to the flock. That's what you're doing. You've been an example. Let's go to James, the 5th chapter, verse number 10. James 5 and verse number 10.
Take, my brethren,
Mm-hmm.
the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
for an ensample of the suffering, affliction, and of patience.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, we count them happy which endure.
Uh-huh.
Ye have heard of the patience of Job,
Uh-huh.
and have seen the end of the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
that the Lord is very pitiful
Mm-hmm.
and of tender mercy.
You can hold right there. You see that? Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of Ahia, for example, of suffering, affliction, actually Yeshaya, of suffering, affliction, and patience. We count them happy which endure. So when you go through this, just like Paul was saying yesterday, in the affliction of his body, in the things he suffered with the stripes, and how his body was buffeted, he was happy to go through that. And then not only that, then he talks about Job, and we know what Job went through, okay, and how the end the Most High was very pitiful and of tender mercy unto him. So he's going to do the same thing unto us. These are examples to the flock of what we need to do, how we should carry ourselves, and what we're going to go through. And that we need to be patient and endure and be a good example of this, because they was an example for us. Let's go to St. John, the 13th chapter, verse number 15.
John 13, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
For I have given you an example, that you should do as I have done to you.
Uh-huh. So here we have it again, about an example. So these things that I've done for you, by here he's demonstrated just before he was getting ready to do the Last Supper and offer his body up to be hung on the tree. He's giving them an example. They was washing feet, and he was giving them an example. So Christ was saying, Yeshua was saying, just as I'll give you an example, you do the same thing. You do the same thing. Breaking the bread, taking the wine, washing the feet. Do the same thing. These are examples. So brothers, that's what we're supposed to be doing. He's giving us examples. So this is an example to the flock. How they should act, what they should do. We got the blueprint called the Word of the Most High. So this is what we need to do. Let's go to Exodus 23 and 22.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 32.
It'd be 22.
Verse
23, 22.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries.
Hold right there. So he's talking to Moses here, telling him about being obedient and being an example. If you obey my voice and do all that I speak, everything I'm telling you, then I will be an enemy unto your enemies. So you don't have to worry about them. I got them covered. This is what the Most High is telling them. You don't have to worry about fighting and all this other stuff. You're going to get victory because I am going to be your enemy's enemy. And I'm going to be your adversary unto your adversary. So whoever you like and bless, I'm going to bless them. Whoever you curse, I'm going to curse them. So you don't have to worry about that. This is an example of how you're supposed to act to the flock of the Most High. This is what you need to do. And this is what he is telling him. So don't worry about how you're going to defeat the enemy, how he comes up against you, and what he's plotting and scheming against you. As an elder, this is what you're supposed to teach your congregation, how to have faith and how to trust the Most High, and to know that your enemies is his enemies, your adversaries are his adversaries. That's what we need to understand. We're going to go back. I want to go back to our lesson talking about 1 Peter 5, verse 1 through 9. Going back to 1 Peter. I want to talk a little bit more on Peter. Specifically, going back to that second verse. I want to go back. I did had a little bit more I want to talk about on that.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 2. Feed the flock of the Most High which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind.
Hold on again. But willingly, not for money. And we've talked about filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. Let's go to 1 Chronicles chapter 28, verse number 9. First Chronicles 28, verse 9.
First Chronicles chapter 28, verse 9. And thou, Solomon, my son,
Mm-hmm.
now thou, the Most High of thy father,
Mm-hmm.
and serve him with a perfect heart
Mm-hmm.
and with a willing mind.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord searcheth all hearts and understandeth all the imaginations of the thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
For if thou seek him, he will be found of thee. But if thou forsake him, he will cast thee off forever.
So here we having the Most High speaking to Solomon. The angel is talking to him and letting him know for the Most High that the serve the Most High with a perfect heart and with a willing mind. So you got to serve him with everything you got, including your mind. A lot of people half serve him, half pray, half fast, half read the word, half do those things that they're supposed to be doing. But he said you got to serve him with a willing mind. For the Most High knows your heart. You can fool people, and a lot of people out there half behind doing stuff. But that's not what he wants. Go back to the example of Cain and Abel. That's why he accepted Abel's gift and didn't accept Cain's gift, because Abel gave him the best gift. That's what the Most High, he don't want you to half do something. He wants you to do it with all your heart. That's what the elders should do. You can't half be no minister, half be no preacher. You got to be all in or none at all. And understanding all the imagination of the thoughts. The Most High knows everything. He said, if thou seek him, he will be found of thee. But if thou forsake him, he will cast you off forever. This is what he's telling Solomon. That applies a minister as well. You got to seek him with everything. You can't have play with it. You got to be for real. Let's go to Zephaniah 3 and 9. Zephaniah 3 and 9. You like? Read it.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
For then I will turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
to serve him with one consent.
Okay, hold right there. Once again, I will turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Most High, to serve him with one consent. So once again, you got to serve him and do what you're supposed to do with one language. Here he's going back, and I read that yesterday, talking about bringing the Hebrew, the original language, back. We've got to be obedient and do it with all our heart. That's what we've got to do. And ministers have to do that. Are pure. You're going to turn. We got to turn to the people. We got to do that. Most High going to turn us. And the preachers got to turn us. They got to teach us the right way, the truth. And not only that, give us the right word, the right name of the Most High, to serve him with one consent. Not no three, all these crazy other names they got, all these names they giving him, but give him the correct name. That's what they got to do. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 25 and 26. We want to talk about the aspects of the qualification of being a minister. Matthew 25 and 20, 20 and 25.
Matthew chapter 20, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeshua called them unto him, and said, Ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them,
Mm-hmm.
and they that are great
Mm-hmm.
exercise authority upon them.
Mm-hmm.
But it shall not be so among you.
Mm-hmm.
But whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister.
Hold right there. So he's giving them an example to the Jews, saying that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over their people. Oh, they tell them what to do. They better do what they tell them what to do. And they are great, exercise authority upon them. They put a lot of labor on them, a lot of pressure on them. But he said, listen, you can't be like the Gentiles. You got to be different. But it shall not be so among you, Jews or Hebrews. You can't be like that. You can't lord over his people. You got to serve them willingly. There's a difference in them and the way you act and the way they act, the way they carry themselves, the way they talk, walk, etc., etc., etc. Preachers in this way, not in the heathen churches or the Christian or the other churches, but in the Hebrews or the Israelites, they got to be different. He said, don't let this be among you. But whosoever will be great among you, let him be what? Let him be your minister. Let him serve you. Let him wait on you. Let him come by and pray for you when you're sick, when you need help. Help you out whatever kind of way he's supposed to help you, spiritually, naturally, any way that he's supposed to. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to serve the Most High and serve the people willingly. You know, willingly, not because of money and gifts and cars and things like that. You serve them because you love them and you love people. You gotta love people. When a real minister is in the ministry for the love of it and for the Most High, then he don't worry about what people gonna give him or if he gets money or houses or riches and stuff. But these that are not in it for the love of it or for the love of the Most High and people, they're worried about getting money. That's why they pressure folks and try to get people to do this and give that and trick them and all this kind of foolishness. No, you never saw Yeshua doing that. You never saw that. Let's go to St. Mark 10, verse 42 through 45. We're talking about the qualification of a minister. Mark 10, verse 42 through 45.
Mark chapter 10, verse 42. But Yeshua called to them, Yeshua called to him, and said unto them, ye know that they which are accounted to rule over the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and their great ones exercise authority upon them. Verse 43. But so shall it not be among you, but whosoever will be great among you shall be your minister.
Keep reading.
Verse 44. And whosoever of you will be the chiefest shall be servant of all.
Keep reading.
Verse 45. For even the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life for a ransom for many.
Hold right there. You see that? Here's the example again. Yeshua is giving us an example of what a preacher is supposed to be, or an elder is supposed to be. Okay? He said, once again, that the Gentiles exercise lordship over their people, and their great ones exercise authority upon them. They bossing them around and giving them this and giving them that. But not so, but so shall it not be amongst you. But whosoever will be great among you shall be your minister. What is a minister? He got to serve you, wait on you, do this, do that for you. And whosoever you will be the chiefest shall be the servants of all. So all these so-called bishops, apostles, etc., 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 they supposed to be serving you. Elders supposed to be serving you. You like that, huh? That's it. That's the difference. That's the difference. And the real man don't mind sharing and working with you. I don't mind washing your feet. Wash mine too. When the time comes, we're going to wash feet. We're going to do just that. But even the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to what? To minister. You see that? Yeshua didn't come and sit on his laurels because he was the Son of the Most High. He came and worked and healed the people and went amongst them and did all sorts of things. You see what I'm saying? He could have sit up there, I'm the Son of the Most High, and y'all got to come and worship me and praise me because I'm getting ready to go on the crowd. What did he do? He didn't do that. He walked amongst the people. He had compassion. He fed them with the fish, the bread, to heal them, Lazarus out the grave, one with the issue of blood, centurion dog. I mean, so many things he did. He ministered. And he gave his life for a ransom for many. Paul, look what he suffered and went through. Look at the disciples, what they went through. Preachers got to go through something. They got to be willing to go through some things. These brothers don't want to go through nothing. When they ain't got no money, they sitting there crying, trying to figure out a way to beat people out of money. You're supposed to do that. Supposed to be on your knees praying, telling the higher to bless you, to give you some kind of way, make a way for you. If you need $5, that's all you got for food, then you get them $5 and you bless them $5. Because them $5 might turn into 25 or 50. You don't know where your blessing coming. But if you scheming and lying and plotting and trying to beat people out of money, you ain't going to get nothing but what you get. And guess what? Eventually you're going to be exposed and people are going to know who you are because you're doing it for filthy lucre. You ain't doing it for the love of the people. and for the word and for the ministry. Cover's going to be snatched off of them. Too many of them like that. Can't bring that mess over. A higher ain't having that mess. He wants honesty and truth. He wants sanctification and truth. He wants righteousness. He wants us to do that which is right. If you say you are an elder, then you need to display the qualities of an elder. That's what they need to do. Let's go to St. Mark, chapter 22. And I have to emphasize, I'm going to hammer it. St. Mark, qualification of an elder. I'm going to hammer it. Chapter 22, verse 24. I'm sorry, Luke. That's my fault. St. Luke, I'm sorry. I said Mark, but I meant St. Luke. Luke 22. Verse 24. 22 and 24. We're going to go down to verse 27.
Luke chapter 22, verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also strife among them,
Mm-hmm.
which of them should be accounted the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto them, the kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship over them,
Mm-hmm.
and they that exercise authority upon them
Mhm.
are called benefactors.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
But ye shall not be so.
Mm-hmm.
But he that is the greatest among you,
Mm-hmm.
let him be as the younger,
Mm-hmm.
and he that is chief,
Mm-hmm.
as he that does serve.
Mm-hmm. So the greatest among you, let him be as a younger, and he that the greatest among you, once again, this is another disciple saying, serve. Serve. Matthew, Mark, Luke, serve. Preachers, elders, serve. Not people serving you. Not you being at the top of the heap all the time. Somebody got to give to you. You're supposed to serve them. Give to them. Give to the people. Read, my brother.
Verse 27. For whether is greater,
Mm-hmm.
he that sitteth at meat,
Mm-hmm.
or he that serveth?
Mm-hmm.
Is not he that sitteth at meat? But I am among you
Mhm.
as he that serveth.
You see that hole right there? Well, whether's greater? He that sitteth at the meat, you sit at the table, or he that serveth? Well, guess what? You got to eat. Somebody got to serve. Somebody got to be the minister ministering to the people when they're sick and they need. The sick can't take care of themselves. They got to have a doctor to take care of them. The people who are hungry, they got to have somebody to what? Feed them. And so the saints do. They got to have somebody to what? Feed them. He said, but I am among you as he that serveth. Giving us an example of serving. Yeshua did. He did. Let's go to Exodus chapter 18. We're going to start at verse number 12, and we're going to go through 27. Exodus 18, 12 through 27.
Exodus chapter 18, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
took a burnt offering and sacrifices for the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron came, and all the elders of Israel, to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people.
Mm-hmm.
And the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening.
Hold right there. I want to go back up here to Jethro. Now, see, a lot of people don't understand about Jethro, because Jethro was not just a regular Midianite. You see that? He took burnt offering and sacrifice to the Most High. How about that? You understand? So he understood something about the laws. Okay? He did that. He was not just a regular Midianite person. You understand what I'm saying? He understood and he accepted the thing that Moses taught him or said to him concerning the law and being obedient to the Most High. And then, keep reading, my brother. Go back to verse 15. Go ahead. 14, okay, 14.
And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people,
Mhm.
he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people?
What is this thing that thou doest to the people?
Why sittest thou thyself alone,
Mm-hmm.
and all the people stand by thee from morning unto evening?
These people standing by you all day long, Moses. What are you doing? Keep reading, my brother.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And Moses said unto his father-in-law,
Uh-huh.
because the people come unto me to inquire of the Most High.
They want to know. You want you to pray and give an answer from the Most High. We got problems and issues. We need an answer from the Most High. Read, my brother.
Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
And when they have a matter,
Uh-huh.
they come unto me,
Uh-huh.
and I judge between one and another.
Uh-huh.
And I do make them know the statutes of the Most High
Uh-huh.
and his law.
You see right there? That's what a preacher's job is, to know the statutes of the Most High and his laws. That's part of the ministry. Preachers ain't doing that. Guess what? They ain't preachers. They supposed to know the statutes and the laws of the Most High and teach it to the people. So they're telling them all those laws and things. No, they're not. No, they're not. They got to get it together. This is part of the job of an elder. Keep reading, my brother.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses his father-in-law said unto him,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that thou doest is not good.
Mm-hmm.
Thou wilt surely wear away
Mm-hmm.
both thou and this people that is with thee.
Mm-hmm.
For this thing is too heavy for thee.
It's too heavy for you, Moses. Even though you're doing it, you're taking a lot of weight on, Moses. Too much for you to bear. Keep reading, my brother.
Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone.
You can't do this by yourself, Moses. You need some help. Go ahead, my brother.
Verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Hearken now unto my voice,
Listen to what I have to say.
and I will give thee counsel.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High shall be with thee.
Mm-hmm.
But be thou for the people to the Most High, to Godward,
Mm-hmm.
that thou mayest bring the causes unto the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws,
Mm-hmm.
and shalt show them the way wherein thou must walk,
Mm-hmm.
and the work that they must do.
Mm-hmm. Keep reading.
Verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men,
Able men out of all the people. Pick some men out now.
such as fear the Most
Mm-hmm.
High,
And fear the Most High.
men of truth,
Men of truth.
hating covetousness,
Hating jealousy and covetousness and being envious of somebody else's stuff.
and place such over them,
Place these kind of men over them. These are the qualifications.
to be rulers over thousands,
Rules over thousands,
and rulers of hundreds,
hundreds,
rulers of 50s,
50s,
and rulers of 10s.
and of 10s. Keep reading.
Verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And let them judge the people at all seasons.
Let them judge the people at all seasons.
And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee,
Mm-hmm.
but every small matter they shall judge.
Mm-hmm.
So shall it be easier for thyself,
Uh-huh.
and they shall bear the burden with thee.
So we're gonna take the weight off you, Moses, and help you with this burden of dealing with all these people, with all these problems and issues. We're gonna help you judge them. Read, my brother.
Verse 23.
Uh-huh.
If thou shalt do this thing,
Uh-huh.
and the Most High command thee so,
Uh-huh.
then thou shalt be able to endure.
Uh-huh.
And all this people shall also go to their place in peace.
Because there ain't no peace if you can't have no judgment and righteousness and have these problems dealt with. You got to deal with problems. So when problems come up, guess what? Elder got to be there to help deal with those problems. Ain't going to be no peace when that confusion and problem not being what? Solved. They got to be solved. So that everybody can have some peace. Go ahead, my brother.
Verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
So Moses hearkened unto the voice of his father-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
and did all that he had said.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses chose able men out of all of Israel,
Able men out of all Israel.
and made them heads over the people,
Uh-huh.
rulers over thousands,
Uh-huh.
rulers of hundreds,
Uh-huh.
rulers of 50,
Uh-huh.
and rulers of 10s.
Okay. Keep reading.
Verse 26.
Uh-huh.
And they judged the people at all seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The hard causes they brought unto Moses,
Uh-huh.
but every small matter they judged themselves.
Uh-huh.
Verse 27. And Moses let his father-in-law depart,
Mm-hmm.
and he went on his way into his own land.
So after Jethro Moses saw what his son-in-law was doing, it was too much, made a suggestion that the Most High dropped in his heart. Moses was an honorable enough man to listen to his father-in-law. He picked out able-bodied men, elders amongst the people, and let them be judges over thousands, hundreds, and fifties, and tens to help take the burden of judgment off of him so that he wouldn't wear himself out. He listened to his father-in-law. And by doing that, that helped all of the people, including helping Moses, so that he could do the job what he was ordained to do by the Most High. And that's what we need. We need help. But these are the qualifications of an elder. He was just not anybody he picked. These brothers had to have certain qualifications. You heard the qualifications. Can't be covetous. They got to have right judgment, good hearts. I mean, they got to be upright. They got to be seasoned. Can't have somebody trying to handle a situation, don't know anything about it. You can't do that. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. We're going to go to Deuteronomy, the first chapter. We're going to start at verse number 10. Verse number 9. 1 and 9. We're going to read down from verse 9 to verse 17.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 9.
Talking about the qualification of an elder. Giving examples in the book about an elder. What's the responsibilities? How they're picked. What their duties are. Who is an elder? Go ahead, my brother.
And I spake unto you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you myself alone.
I'm not able to bear you alone.
The Most High your power hath multiplied you. And behold, ye are this day as the stars of heaven for multitude.
This is Moses talking to Israel. I can't bear you alone. This is a bit much, all this work and stuff by myself. Read, brother.
Verse 11. The Most High thy power of your fathers make you 1,000 times so many more as ye are, and bless you, as he hath promised you. Verse 12. How can I myself alone bear your cumbersome and your burden and your strife?
All these things going on is too much for me to bear by myself. Keep reading, brother.
Verse 13. Take you wise men.
Wise men.
And understanding.
Understanding.
And known among your tribes.
Known among your tribes. Older men, wise men, seasoned men, veteran men. Go ahead, my brother.
And I will make them rulers over you.
Rulers over you. Not young, not unlearned, not unseasoned. Elders. Go ahead, my brother.
Verse 14. And ye answered me and said, the thing which thou hast spoken is good for us to do. So I took the chief of your tribe, wise men, and known, and made them heads over you.
These are not these unknown men. These people ain't never been heard of. Young minister just getting started in the ministry. Ain't had no season. Ain't been through nothing. Ain't counseled nobody. These are seasoned men, wise men. Chief of their tribes. You can't be no chief and you a young 18-year-old, 20, 25. When you got people that's 70, 80, 100 years old, Head of the tribes. Go ahead, my brother.
Captains over thousands, and captains over hundreds, and captains over 50s, and captains over 10s, and officers among your tribes.
And officers among your tribes. Go ahead. So they was already had position. You see that? A lot of them in the tribe already.
Verse 16. And I charge you judges at that time.
These are judges now.
Saying, hear the causes between your brothers, and judge righteously between every man and his brother.
Righteously between every man and his brother.
And the stranger that is with him. Verse 17. And ye shall not respect persons in judgment.
You shouldn't have no respect of person in judgment, but be fair, be righteous, be pure, be like the Most High. Read.
But ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of men.
I don't care if he's rich. I don't care how big he is, how burly he is. Don't be afraid of him.
For the judgment is the Most High. And the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me. And I will hear it.
Hold right there. So these causes, the judgment to come before you that's too hard for you to judge, bring them unto me. But these other little things, you handle that. Don't be afraid of his face because he's 275 pounds and 6 feet 5 inches tall, or 6'7", 6'8", or 6'7". Don't be afraid of him. Whether he's small or great, judge him. And if you can't do the judgment because it's too great for you, bring it unto me, Moses is saying. This thing by myself is too much. Seasoned people. That's what he picked. Let's go to Numbers. 11th chapter, verse 14. That first verse that I gave you, Numbers 11, verse 14.
Numbers chapter 11, verse 14. I am not able to bear all this people alone, because it is too heavy for me.
Mm-hmm.
And if thou thus deal with me, kill me, I pray thee, out of hand, if I have found favor in thy sight, and let me not see my wretchedness. Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High said unto Moses, Gather unto me 70 men of the elders of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
whom thou knowest to be the elders of the people,
Mm-hmm.
and officers over them,
Mm-hmm.
and bring them unto the tabernacle of the congregation,
70 men, gather them and bring them to the tabernacle. Keep reading, brother.
that they may stand there with thee.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And I will come down and talk with thee there,
Mm-hmm.
and I will take of the Spirit which is upon thee,
Mm-hmm.
and I will put it upon them,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall bear the burden of the people with thee,
Mm-hmm.
that thou bear it not thyself alone.
Hold right there. So here it is, these 70 people that they're talking about. Tell these people, do not come over here again, okay? Tell them I said I will see them as soon as I get Ali, excuse me, and I'll talk with them then. But until that time, I am busy, okay? As soon as Ali come here, they need to go and find Ali and get him to come and see me, and then we'll deal with their situation. I appreciate that, all right? Tell them, don't come back over here again disturbing me about money. I told them last night, get Ali, and as soon as Ali come to me, we'll deal with it, okay? But not no more until that time. Don't come hollering in my house, calling my name. I'm tired of them doing that. Thank you. You can wait. Won't buy anything else, and I won't let him get me to buy anything else. Dealing with this situation, that's bad. Tell them to just wait, be patient. Thank you. But anyway, I'm sorry, dealing with people that are local that say we got a little financial thing that we supposed to take care of and wait for the brother to come, and we can deal with it. I don't know these people, something that he did a while ago, so please excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You might have heard me talking. They've done this before. They're terrible about coming by unannounced and then hollering into the house, or, you know, in very, 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 very ill manner, poorly taste. But anyway, here we have Moses picking the 70 elders and picking the qualification of them and getting them ready to do the work of the Most High and help him in this situation. And how he picked these brothers. These, once again, are elders, and they're going to help Moses rule over the people and assist him in taking care of the children of Israel. That's what they're doing. And we thank the Most High for that. And so we're going to end our lesson right here at this moment. And at this time, we want to thank the Most High for the brotherhood meeting today, talking about the qualification of an elder. And we want to thank him for that. And we want to thank each and every one of you that tuned in today. And if you have any questions, we're going to go to the chat line, and feel free to send a message or any question that you may have. If there are other subjects you'd like to talk about, we'll be glad to do that as well. Thank you, sister. Appreciate that. We'll see him. I'm gonna go and find my brother in a minute. We'll deal with this. Say what? In the new house. I don't know about no new house. Tell him I don't know about no new. Okay. Well, so you can tell him. Just tell him to go and get him and tell him to come back. And we'll see him and we'll go from there. Okay. Go ahead. Anyone have any questions, any comments? We're going to stop the recording at this moment, at this time. Thank you. Once again, we're going to have a little prayer, and no, we'll just stop the recording